We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. First of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to...
On the jump!
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Room here to run. There he goes left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So first and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 23. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. These fans here in Seattle getting the chance to see Russell Wilson play his first game for a franchise other than theirs. In Russell's 10 seasons in a Seahawk uniform, he went 104, 53-1 in the regular season, threw for over 37,000 yards, almost 300 touchdowns, a Pro Bowler 9 of his 10 seasons with the Seahawks, and of course led them to victory over, ironically, the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 48. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards. Time and a first down. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another first down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on second down and short. What do I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he will have the Broncos first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Now Wilson on first down. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And this is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On third down, Wilson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. "51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far.
Let's go. Hey, Chad.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Back in 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. 18. Pioneer.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, check that, street.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ty Chandler
making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Touch 50, touch 50. Let's go, 14. Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Throwing is Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They go play action with Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his tight end fan. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Chandler. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Lions. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson, deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now Jackson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And 12 yards that time and picking up the 1st.
On the ready. Go, Reed. Go. Hey, smash Broncos.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Counter play. Here's Chandler. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now it's Jackson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Chandler. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
19 Lions. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Dragon 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. Hawk 70. Hawk.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second and 8 coming up. They give it to Williams, running right. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on third down, Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 83 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it again with Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tempo.
They try the left side here with Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. The busy night continues for Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Wilson. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down.
Finds Dulcich out left side. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
36 power.
Here's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 50 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Chandler again. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ty Chandler now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Seven Pirates.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They run it for Chandler. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Myers for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 124 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
12.
One last shot for Wilson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the victory here.